Hello, fifth grade. It is Miss Lott here with a little update specifically about your language arts and social studies classes. I wanted to review your language arts and social studies work for today because Miss Baiko and I were talking and we noticed that there was a few challenges today and we want to address it just so everybody is clear on exactly what is expected of you moving forward. So first thing you should do every morning is I love that this morning all of you signed in on time, which was incredible. Then many of you started your math work and you all completed that as well, which is incredible. But you also need to then go to Miss Baiko's class and see what is your language arts and social studies work. For both of our classes, we list out specific directions, and it is very important that you're not only reading my directions, but also Miss Baiko's. So please do not forget about your language arts and social studies classes as well in the morning. Notice here, these are all your directions for language arts. And over here is a nice Google Doc, which is where you're going to answer it. In fact, I'm going to click on it so you can see. This document here is exactly where you're going to type your answer. Now, I notice that some of you do enjoy handwriting, and that's fine. However, as you get older, it is very, very important that you learn how to type. Many of you know that I am a very, very fast typer, and I'm quick because at your age, I started learning how to type. And I learned how to type with practice. I used to be very, very slow, just like some of you with typing, but over time, I forced myself to type my assignments. So then I started learning where each letter is on the keyboard and I became much faster. And this is such a great skill to have, especially as you get older. You're going to have a tablet, computer, keyboard at your fingertips. So it is very important that you start learning how to type. I know some of you like to just handwrite it, submit it, and be done, but I know many of you have time in the morning where you can take the time to learn how to type. So please do not hesitate and try typing your work. It'll be much easier on our end and your end as well. So in this document, here's where you can type your language arts work. Then your social studies project looks like it's due on Wednesday. State by state, learn the USA Southwest, complete the packet, use it as a guide. You do not need to print this out. So I'm looking here as I'm continuing to look at this, finding the information about the state, abbreviation, capital, what the state is famous for, the state bird, state flower, state tree, flag, state motto, what is the land like? This sounds like you're making a poster. In fact, it even says here, please do on paper and email picture to me, or type up the info in a Word doc and email it to me. For the following states, you need to research to find the following for Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. So notice here, here's an example. And notice here are the states you're working on: Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. Even though this here is a great example, identifying where it is. Now, I know on my screen it's this way. You might need to turn your screen a little bit, but that's okay because this is just an example. Now, this is another great example. So I know some of you might have printed this out and just write the answers on here, but I also know many of you don't have access to printers, and that's okay. We encourage you, especially with this assignment, to make it your own. This is your time to be creative. Try and make your own poster. Now, yes, you can use this as a guide to make sure that you have everything, and this is just one example of a layout for the poster. But you can also feel free to draw this on your own if you have access to construction paper. I recommend this is your time to be creative. Make your own poster on this. How cool is this? You can explore Oklahoma, Texas. This is so great. Now, if you do not have construction paper, that's absolutely fine as well. You can also do this on a Google Doc. Now, if you're wondering, where do I access a Google Doc? How do I do that? See these dots right here? I hit Google Apps and then I can click Docs. Or you can even go to your Drive, and that's where you have access to everything. Now, this is actually what my Drive looks like, but notice here, I can now go to Google Docs, which is right there. Or I can simply go back to my classroom and create a Google Doc that way as well. You pick what works for you. And here are all my classes again. back to 5th grade language arts and social studies. Now, some of you I see on here, you posted it here for Miss Baiko to see, and that's absolutely fine as well. But you might also, if you're creating a poster on your own, feel free to email the project to Miss Baiko. Now, here's another example, just reiterating these directions again. Now, this project is really exciting. There's a lot of great things that you can do for this, a lot of time to show how creative you can be. Now, I really hope this video helped clarify some of your directions that you have for today for language arts and social studies. And moving forward, you're going to find that many assignments are online. Many assignments are going to require you to type. This is your time to learn how to type. I encourage you to try typing your assignments so you become a faster typer. And I believe that many of you will actually soon enjoy typing your assignments instead of handwriting them. So I encourage you to try that, and I encourage you to reach out to Miss Baiko and I if you have any questions or concerns.